I'm on a porch, get money, you know that we never could get a divorce. Say you the plug when nigga might have been the source. Why me pull up in that brand new Porsche? Come through, I teach you this shit like a chorus. Bitch, I'm like Ghost, I got power, of course. Invested my money and ran up a check. Now man, I hot like a motherfucking torch. I got a habit,
Turn
gotta
that
keep
camera
going,
on whenever you can. Turn that camera on. So basically, when I was I called this people. We went to go see their houses. Do you remember that? We went to go see their house, and we went to go see their houses. And after we went to go see them,
The
old folks, and we had to walk down that whole street,
walking on that whole street, like
looking at them houses, right? Yeah, for sure. And he showed us a couple of houses. So basically, I called them day and was like, "What's the address?" Because I've been following them, like, because they was trying to figure out the address they didn't sell. You know, they just don't remember like that. So they like, I don't know. I gotta call my daughter. So she gave me her daughter number. I called the daughter, and the daughter like, "Oh hey," I'm like, "Natasha." That's her name. I'm like, "Hey, Miss Natasha. I've seen the house with your parents before. We're trying to see. We want to buy the remaining properties that they have." She's like, "Okay, great. I'll text you the addresses that we got in a minute." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm thinking this is on that street. She texts me that list about 15 houses, all of them vacant, except for one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Damn, why all of them vacant?" But that ain't the point. But this how this shit tie in though. It was a property that we had. You remember you went down there and seen that property with that one dude. It was a minute ago. And they had two houses and nobody didn't want it, but we thought it was a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had messages from the lady, Natasha, already, because she is the brother. She is the sister of him.
That's his daughter?
That's his sister. So and then
the older man?
No, the older man. The older man, that's the dude that was selling the houses. That's his son, and then that's his daughter.
So the light skinned dude I met, that's the dude that showed us the three houses. That's his son.
That's his son, and then he got a daughter, bro. That shit crazy. Cause now I'm like, damn, I already been. So they know she know we serious. That's why she sent me out on properties, cause we had them in the contract. We just couldn't close, cause nobody wanted that shit for some reason. But she said, I said, what happened to those houses? I said, what happened to those houses? She said, they on the contract right now. They supposed to close in the next 30 days. I said, oh, I know what that means, man. I hit you up
right behind you.
I'll be right next in line.
I'm ready for those guys.
For sure. Oh, but I think we live, BJ.
Oh yeah.
I think we're live. Hey, go ahead. Look, welcome back. We back here on the porch once again. Let's get it. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. DJ motherfucking BJ. DJ, and Mr. Mindset.
It's your boy _BJ _real.
No cap. Go follow us and make sure you guys go get my ebook, right? The Perfect Mindset, 7 thought patterns that can take you from stress to success. I just dropped it today. It's doing numbers, man. It's doing numbers. It's going to change some lives around here. It's going to change some lives.
So let's make sure you go get the ebook, right? So when you're going to get this ebook, you're going to type in your credit card and you're going to pay for that ebook, right? Then you're going to read that ebook, right?
Read it.
Why people say right at
I don't know, right? Cause I feel like
that be your thing when you be trying to like get a little.
Wait, because it kind of give you. Do you say right? It's just a
you
filler
acting
word.
like you acting like you like talking to like a group of people. So it's like if you had like a crowd in front of you, you'd be like, okay, right, and then everybody be in the crowd like.
For sure. Speaking of crowd, how them videos? How I looked the other day when I was speaking? Like how the videos look? Did you look at them?
Yeah, I about to say
I know you got some shit. I was just talking my ass off. Don't know what the fuck I was talking about. Just saying shit.
Older men, be careful when you walk into these. When you walk in these high schools, middle schools, even elementary.
Oh my gosh! Please watch our kids. No cap. No. Watch our kids. Bro, you saw what they were doing. Ooh, who is he? No, to me. When I went to that school yesterday. No, that was yesterday. When I went to that school yesterday, they first walked in. They was like, who is he? Not the teacher. No, fuck that. The students. They was like, ooh, who are you? Asking me.
Oh my God.
Then you remember I was talking, one of them raised their hand and was like, I said, any questions? She raised her hand. She was just like, all right, so you're a mentor, right? Yeah. Okay, great. So how do I be your mentee? And I'm like,
but you got to understand though, these kids was raised by like side chicks and
Oh my gosh, not that not your mama's side chick.
single mothers that had like sugar daddies and stuff. So they don't see nothing wrong with it because they mom.
Man.
If your mom got a sugar daddy, like
I guess, but now
the age gap already 10 years. She already looking like if she 16, she already looking at 26-year-olds like, oh yeah.
So you pretty much saying they just following what they know. They just going off example.
They following what they know.
That's what most time
You got it from your mom.
For sure. Most time people gonna follow what they know most of the time, right? So with that, what BJ saying is pretty much like, bro, them folks, they trying to talk to older men, they trying to go with older men and stuff, but it's like that really, first of all, I'm not going for it. I want y'all to know that, guys. I am not going for it. I'm a grown ass man. And I am also married, so.
But let's quote, Mike has told me he wants to be one of those like older guys or dads that all the girls want.
Who the fuck doesn't want to be that? Do you aspire to be that? Like not want, but not like I'm gonna talk to you, but they should be like, ooh, that's your daddy trait. Like my,
we had
my son.
We had that.
I want to be that. I want to be that dad.
We had that one teacher at Stockbridge, and he was like an older teacher, but he was like buff. He was like a black bald and buff, and like all the girls used to be like, "Oh, I want him to be my sugar daddy." That's what Mike said he wanted to be.
Nah, I ain't want to be. No, whoa.
That's what the girl said. That's how he said.
Yeah, okay. Because
so when y'all go to the father-daughter dance, how y'all stepping?
I'm stepping. I'm looking for. Hey,
first of all, I ain't looking for. I'm not looking for anybody. I'm not looking for anything.
I'm looking like.
See, it's very beautiful to me. What wrong with you?
Oh my god.
So, but I mean, bro, we are really examples to people, right? People are really looking up to us. So, like, you know how you said those kids' parents are really like, they're looking at people as if they're looking at their parents. Like, I mean, that's cool. She got a sugar daddy or some of their parents. So we gotta understand how much that kids are looking up to us, bro. Like, we are. You know how parents used to, or people used to be like, bro, y'all are our future. Do y'all realize that we are there now?
Yeah, we're there.
Like, you remember the teachers used to be like, oh my God, y'all know y'all my future, right? Bro, we're literally there now. So now we have to look down at people and not look down, but look at other people, younger people, and be like, bro, y'all are our future, right? Even though we still young as hell, but it's still like, people are watching us, bro. We are examples. So whatever you do, don't expect that they're gonna don't expect. Damn, I just fucked up. I'm gonna have to cut this out of me. Whatever, or don't cut it out. I don't give a shit. But what I'm trying to say is, you have to be an example, right? Be an example of who you want your kids to look up at, because right now, you may not have no kids right now, especially not, well, I would say at our age, but a lot of people got kids.
Everybody popping up with a kid.
Excluding me. So, hey, I'm not including me. So, shit. But pretty much, like, when you're young, think about who is that person that you want your kid to look up to. I feel like that's a great way for you to live your life, right? Instead of saying, let me find out who I want to look up to, how about this? You become that person that you would want your kid to look up to. If you're that person that you want your kid to look up to, most of the time, you're a good person, because everybody want their kid or their offspring or somebody that's in their family to do good in the world.
Yeah, but a lot of times the people the kids are looking up to are like usually like the cool people, like the cool moms and dads. Like, we know just from growing up, going through it, we know the worst type of females is they only got their mama in the house, so they don't got no dad. So you could literally meet that girl same day.
Wait a fucking second.
Hold on, let me get through it.
Go.
Let me walk it down the hallway. But shoot, you could literally meet that girl that day. You could greet mama at the door. She can be like, hey, what's up? Ooh, eat dinner with him. Mom going out on a date, and it's just, she just got her mom in her life. She don't got no dad at the house, so she just like, it's her mom watching over her. We know those are like typically like the girls that like moving the fastest, like, honestly.
And that's true. I guess that is true, unless you got a mom that, well, most of the time that's true. Ain't okay.
That's true.
That is true. That is true.
You're like, you speaking from like personal experience or something.
As guys in like high school, did y'all hunt? Not I don't want to say hunt, but like did y'all seek women like that? seek girls like that? Or you,
I never been the type, because I understand the philosophy of girls when I was young. Like, I'm not the type of person, I was so focused on what the hell I had going on. I'm like, bro, no girl want a thirsty guy. So therefore, I'm not really gonna look for it. But of course, bro, I'm trying to goddamn get me. At the end of the day, like, you feel me?
It's that indifference.
But you gotta show indifference, right? This is fucking sales 101, right? When you can't search for a female, right? It's the same thing in anything. If you want it more than the other person, they tend not to want you or want what you have to sell. So you got to make it seem like you need me more than I need you. You got to show indifference. So I can't be showing that, oh shit, I'm looking. Oh, I'm thirsty. I'm just looking for the first thing I could grab. No, shit. I'm chilling. Oh, she looking at me. I ain't even gonna give no attention. You feel me? And that's what you got to do in sales too, guys. When you in anything in business and sales, most of the time, like say you in the middle of the mall, you trying to you got yourself a clothing brand. When you selling that clothing brand, you not talking to people like, hey, please come check out my stuff. Please come check it out. You want to talk to them. You say, hey, how you doing today? Boom, just having a conversation with them. You don't even tell them to come check out your stuff. Just be like, hey, I like your shoes. I like what you got on. Like your outfit. Then they like, oh, they see you standing in front of your stuff.
What you doing here?
What you doing here? I just got this clothing brand. You feel me? So it ain't nothing too big. Then they start asking questions. I have too many people that come to me and check out my clothing. I understand that's hungry, that's good, but show some indifference. Show me that I need you more than you need me when you trying to sell me something.
Can you explain that in real estate terms?
Real estate. All right, so.
I'm a real estate guy, so
me too. So I can tell you, I do it all the time, right?
Explain that in real estate terms.
Guys,
So basically, what you just said.
So this is what I'm saying, right? So in real estate, when I'm say I'm wholesaling, right? Or it ain't gotta be wholesaling. Say if you just an investor and you trying to buy a property, you obviously got a prospect property that you're looking at, and you call the seller, and the seller like, I just don't know. I'm not sure I want to sell. And I say, you tell them like, hey, look, listen. I'm not really looking for you to sell, right? I'm just calling, reaching out to you and see. I just saw it had high grass, so I see the windows broken. I was just checking to see what was going on with the property, see if you need any help. I know you don't want to sell. I mean, I really don't need to buy. I'm buying tons of properties a month. People call me all the time and sell their property to me. So, I mean, you can sell them if you want, but I'm not really tripping. But I can help you out with your problem that you got going on. I know that you said this was a property that was passed down to you from your parent that just passed away. I would love to help you, but hey, no pressure here. I'm not forcing you to try to sell your property, man. I'm not forcing you to sell your house. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to act like I want your house more than I want to buy your house more than you want to sell it to me. I need you to think that I don't need your house that much. I do not need it that much. What I need you to understand is you need me. You need to sell me your house more than I need to buy it, right? I got plenty of houses. People are selling me stuff all the time. So, I mean, what make you different? I really don't need your house, but if you want to sell it to me, you better come correct type shit. You feel me? And that's how that works in real estate. So it's in anything. It's in any business. Show indifference. Indifference is how that's going to get you to that next level, that next step, that what you need to get a deal done. What you need to do to get that sale sold, right? So that's how it goes in real estate.
So basically what he's saying, if it's all the way from trying to get a girl to selling houses and doing real estate, don't come off too thirsty.
Don't
you
be
come
thirsty.
off too thirsty, I don't really want to work with you.
Seems scammy.
In a female to guy relationship, I don't want to connect with you just because you came off too hard. Have some like indifferences. Be like, shoot, I don't even usually talk to girls like you, or like he said, I don't even buy houses like this, but hey, you do need to sell, so I'm trying to help you out.
For sure.
Type of thing. But hey, we skipped over it, but let's get back into it. I'm gonna get into how my week was. Shoot, it's pretty much been a good week for me. We definitely had some closings this week, right? Did we? Or was that last week?
We probably closed.
Was that
so
last
far?
week
It's because if y'all know, we shoot this on. Now we closed one last week, but we got the check on Monday. We closed one on Tuesday. My bad. We closed one on Tuesday. So we get that check coming up. I mean, we already got it, but then thank God for, and that's a blessing, guys. I always want to get a blessing to the Most High. You feel me? Because we doing the work, we grinding and stuff. But at the end of the day, we grind because we understand that God is going to provide for us in the way that He's going to provide for us. So that's what I always want to say. But then we got one that's going to close tomorrow morning. So we got to be out of here after the gym, straight to the attorney office. So that's a blessing. So, hey, we just working right now. We just working.
Yeah, so long story short, this week for me, been getting paid, been paying bills, been a pretty good week.
Man, nigga, close my motherfucking account trying to send you money. No cap.
Man.
Like trying to like sending when you send a certain amount of money, I guess, or you got some money coming in and you just sending out, they might look at that shit like money laundering or something. Cause like they got bro dead ass close my like they ain't close it, they locked it. Like there was like suspicious activity going on. Call us tomorrow morning. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that just show you how much control really like the banks got over your shit, bro. Like that's why they be trying to tell you to put your money into other stuff because bro the banks. Bro, they really control everything, bro. If you think about it, bro, you don't control your money unless you just hold your shit in cash.
Nah, they really got it tied up. That's why they like get with a smaller bank that's not like nationwide. Cause okay, you could have $1 million, but Bank of America is working with freaking Walmart or something. So they're used to seeing that. They're used to seeing 100 million, 200 million. So $1 million is nothing to them. So
hell no,
you're a bottom tier customer to them compared to Costco's, a Walmart, or a Dollar General, or even somebody that just has like franchises in the business. So that's why they always tell you it's like better to connect with a local or just like a neighborhood bank and build that relationship rather than going to like one of the big ones like Navy Federal, Wells Fargo, Chase, all those other ones.
A lot of people do say go to those smaller banks in those areas just because, bro, people don't realize how much control that how much lack of control that we have, bro. Like, bro, when they locked my account, bro, dead ass, like I couldn't touch none of my money. If they wanted to, they could be like, yeah, bro, we're not giving you none of your shit back.
It was a sad day.
I mean, it was just like I wasn't sad. I knew I was gonna give it back, but it was just like it just showed me how much control they really have, bro. Like
it took like 4 days for it to send the money.
No, 2 days. What the hell? I would have been. Now if it would took 4 days though, I would have been like, oh hell, nah, y'all tripping. But it was just a day. Like they just locked it that night, really, and then by the next morning, which was this morning, I got it back. Right? They were just like, okay, we're just making sure that everything was good. But these institutions, bro. If they want to lock all your shit, bro, they can lock all the shit and you just can't do nothing about it.
Okay. But shoot, to sum up my week, this week, shoot, I've been back in the gym, eating good. Just an update for y'all. Like we said, we're gonna keep it real, we're gonna keep it raw with y'all. Shoot, I lost 10 pounds.
Let's go!
Yeah, I lost 10 pounds. Like I told y'all in a previous episode, I don't know which episode it was, but I told y'all in a previous episode, it's like basically like me with the weight situation. It's like, okay, I'll lose the weight, get comfortable, then I'll gain the weight back. So it's like when I gain the weight, that guy is called DoorDash BJ. DoorDash BJ will literally DoorDash some food probably like at 9-10 a.m. just to taste some food.
Yeah.
So I basically, if you guys are watching this and you're trying to like lose weight, literally the recipe is literally eat natural foods, or if you can't eat all natural foods, what I do is I eat chicken breast and I eat greens and I cook. So I cook a lot.
Yeah.
So the only time I don't eat like home cooked meals or something is like when I run out of my home cooked meals. So like let's say I go to the store, I buy some chicken breast, I buy some what's it called? Salmon or salmon? What's it? Salmon?
Whatever one.
Salmon.
Salmon. I don't know.
We can go with salmon. So I get like some chicken breast, I get some salmon, and I put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So boom, once I cook all that, it's like, okay, I might eat out. So, okay, I'll go to like Chipotle or something. But literally, if you stay with like those things, like you eat like 2 meals a day, or even if you're eating like 3 meals a day, just eat chicken breast and eat some greens, like some green beans or a salad or something, and just eat that. And shoot, you're on your road to losing weight or road to recovery.
We just took that bit to the goddamn we just took that motherfucker to the health environment store, bro. That nigga just took it. He told you what you do.
Sure.
And it's crazy though. I know a lot of people. What's a pod? A podcast, Keely. A podcast. My niece. Yeah. It's a podcast. You still start watching them.
Why?
So, but
Call her after this.
but nah, for real. So with you being able to do that, like, how was it? Like, how hard is it for you to be disciplined? Like, how what the heck? Okay. But how is it how is it you trying to actually be disciplined for you not to order that DoorDash? Or, cause I know it's easy to. You get on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Instead of cooking, and then especially after working or working out or something.
Yeah, but what it is ultimately, like, so I keep a scale in my bathroom, so I'm constantly like watching my weight or just like knowing what weight I am like every day. I probably jump on a scale like at least once every day. So if I get on the scale and I'm like a certain amount of pounds and it's like over what I want it to be, I would literally get in my bed and be like, I'm not eating or drinking anything, and that includes like water. Like, I'll be like, okay, I'm done for today.
Yeah.
Like, cause if you know you don't even need to drink, it's like people, who was it? It was like Gandhi or something. He literally went like, he did like a fast for like hella days. Like, he did a fast for like months, not eating like food or water, and still was like surviving. So they were like, I read on something, they were like, you know how they say you supposed to drink like, I think it's like, you know how they say you supposed to drink like 5 bottles of water a day or like a gallon a day. They was like, that was not a thing until they start making like bottles of water.
Right.
So it's just like a marketing thing. So you really don't need to like eat or drink water on like a daily basis, like 3 times a day. But they made that a thing because it's a marketing strategy, because they start selling those products. So like, really what keeps me away from that, I'll step on a scale, I'll see where I'm at, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy with where I'm at. So if I stop eating today and stop like doing what I'm doing today and I move into tomorrow, I will be at the goal I'm at. So that literally would just like move me forward and be like, okay, I need to like just chill out today. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm at like where I want to be right now.
So pretty much you able to just so you're able
And
to,
also sleep is a factor in that too as well. Cause oh my god, of course you could eat good. I tell people, even if you don't work out, just eat good. You could lose weight. So, but I want to like double team it, like eat good, work out. So what I found like personally with myself is like, if I stay up past like 1:30, 2 a.m., I'm not going to get up that next morning.
right.
If I'm up at 2 a.m., 2:30, 3 o'clock, I'm not waking up at 6 o'clock, 6:30 that next day. So what really helped me is like literally just train your mind, your body just to shut down at like a certain time. So if you know you got to go to sleep at 12 o'clock to get up at 6 o'clock next morning, literally when it hits 12 o'clock or when it hits 11:30, turn everything off, lay down, put your head in the pillow, put your phone on the charger, and go to sleep. Like, just lay down. Like, that really helped me and pushed me forward into like just maintaining, like going to the gym, getting up early and stuff. Like, I try to go to bed or just have everything done by like 12 o'clock. By 12 o'clock, everything's shut off. I'm laying in the bed. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep at 12 o'clock. If I'm up past, and sometimes during the week when it's like been a good week or I've been working a lot, shoot, I'll go to sleep at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and shoot, next morning I'm waking up at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. just because I want to sleep so early.
Yeah, for sure. Training your body is huge. Like, me personally, I've never been a huge napper. Like, in college, I was a napper. I've never been someone that just lay in my bed because I don't know how, but I just feel like I understood that. Nothing, just got some fucking, I don't know. I just learned that don't go to sleep during the day and don't lay in bed. I will not touch my bed throughout the whole entire day, like at all. Like, I literally would not touch my bed. So I won't touch my bed until around maybe 11 o'clock at night. The reason being is because I understand that my body literally knows when I touch the bed, I'm going to sleep. Anytime I get in the bed, I'm going to bed, right? Because my body just understands that, right? You just put yourself on that circadian clock. So you need to make sure you're doing that. And then eating, with the eating thing, bro, I realized, bro, we eat way more than we need to. They told us that we need to eat 3 times a day, bro. You really don't even need to eat 3 times a day for real, right? And when you eat a lot, it really slows your body down, like in a bad way. So pretty much don't eat like so. And then so let me just take it step by step. Eating. When you are eating too much, it's not doing your body any justice whatsoever. We do not need to eat 3 meals a day. Usually how my diet goes, I drink a smoothie in the morning. I may eat some peanuts. In the middle of the day, I usually don't eat anything, but if I do, I might eat a handful of peanuts or something. Then at night, I eat a meal. So I really don't eat for real until nighttime, until around 6. I might eat a snack, and then I might not eat a meal again for real until like 8 o'clock. That way, my body is trained, and I understand that I don't need that much food. And when I do try to eat in the middle of the day time, I be full. Like today was one of those days. Like I was at the mall, my girl or whatever, boom, trying to get everything together for the baby shower. So, I got me some Auntie Anne's, right? I just came off of a fast. I ended my fast Tuesday. It's Thursday right now. I ended my fast on Tuesday. Really Wednesday. Tuesday was my last day. So Wednesday, I ended my fast. So today, I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm going to eat a little something. I'm going to get a little sweets and stuff that I want. But the reason that I did the fast is for spiritual reasons. But it's really huge to do a fast or something like that just to be able to keep you disciplined so you could be disciplined for the blessings that's coming into your life. Because a lot of people be like, how am I going to be disciplined, or how am I going to receive those blessings? Sometimes you can't receive those blessings because you're not disciplined enough to receive those blessings. So you need to be able to be disciplined. So be sure to fast, right? Take care of yourself. And then a lot of times with resting, right? A lot of people be like, bro, I can't go to sleep at night, or I'm not getting the best sleep at night. Why are you not getting the best sleep at night? Well, I literally just read this maybe a couple weeks ago in the book that I'm reading. It's called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. You shouldn't eat after 8 o'clock usually. This is why. It's because when you try to go to bed, you may be asleep, but your body is still moving. Your body's still trying to digest food. So when you're trying to digest food, your body is not fully resting in the way it should be if you're sleeping while your body is digesting food. You should eat at around 8 o'clock. Now, I do eat late sometimes. I ain't gonna care. I know I eat late sometimes, too late sometimes. But also, I understand that when you eat that late, you might not get the best amount of rest. But I sleep good every night. My girl said, it's like, bro, you get in the bed, you be gone. Because I wake up so early and I stay up all throughout the day. I'm not taking on that. I'm not touching the bed. And my body is trained to know when I do touch this bed, it's sleep time. Like, that's why people that stay in the bed all day, they be like, or not sleep, they could just be in the bed all day. Their body can't differentiate when is it time to go to sleep. Their body can't regulate and realize that when we lay down, it's time to go to bed. Their body thinking that, hey, it's time for us to get on our phone.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time for you have to only touch the bed when it's time for you to go to sleep. That's the best advice I can give you right now. Really, just don't touch the bed and make sure you're not eating too late, because your body has to be able to, when your body's doing all that working to digest that food, when it's doing that, you're not resting. You may be asleep, but your body's not resting.
Yeah. And like what he said,
health is wealth, guys. Health is wealth. That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we do like a lot of fasting over here, like between me and Mike.
Mm-hmm.
We do like a lot of fasting. Like, we'll have a phase. We'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna do this for 30 days. I'm not gonna do this for 30 days.
Another thing I was fasting from was pornography and stuff like that. I want to be real with y'all, like for real, like, because that's something that can tarnish your mind, right? You might think you're doing good and stuff, but really when you put those images in your mind, you put those negative images in your mind, you got to fast from that stuff, bro. Like, I want to be straight with y'all. Like, bro, I'm not perfect. You feel me? So you know, sometimes you just be like, bro, you know what? Not saying I'm addicted to it and nothing like that, but sometimes you might catch yourself watching it or you might be on Twitter or some shit. Shit might pop up or something, right? So you got to be able to say, you know what, bro? Bro, I'm not looking at this shit for 30 days. Like, I don't want to see none of this stuff. I don't want to have nothing that is. I don't want to have anything that's tarnishing my mind in my mind. Like, I don't want to see it at all. Like.
Yeah. But like a lot of times, like what I notice with that is, in me personally, like a lot of times when I fast, it's like really like self-motivated, and it like comes from me.
Yeah, all
like,
the time, yeah.
Instead of, cause I'm a Christian, so I don't know what you guys are, or like even if you're atheist or like if you're Muslim or whatever you are, like just make it like spiritual. So if I'm a Christian, I'm doing this fast for like God. I'm doing this fast for Jesus. I'm like fasting for him instead of doing it for myself. Because like a lot of times when I fast, it's like really like self-motivated. I'm like, okay, I want to fast because of this. And it's not before like God or Jesus. So it's like I would hold them to a higher standard than I would hold myself. So a lot of times, like if I break a fast or something, it's because it was on me instead of making it like spiritually, rather than, okay, I'm doing this because I believe in this type of thing. And just to circle back, I'm gonna circle all the way back to like the health thing. So if you think of like animals in the wild, let's say, because you know how people say you're supposed to eat 3 times a day. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It's crazy.
Great marketing strategy. You need this breakfast that we serve. You need to come get this dinner. I mean, you need to get this lunch and you need this dinner because we're open from 7 o'clock to 11 a.m. So we got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you think of animals in the wild, like if a lion kills, let's say a gazelle or something, or a lion just kills anything in the wild, that lion will eat that food that day and probably won't catch another meal till like a week later. So us as humans, we train ourselves to eat. Oh, we need to eat 3 times a day. I need to eat 3 times a day. I might slip a milkshake in there. I might go to Cookie Crumble. I might do this. I need a milkshake today. If there's a whole lion, a tiger in the jungle that weighs 600 pounds, 1 ton, that will literally go a week, 2 weeks without eating, why in the hell do we need to eat 3 times a day? And they're literally catching their prey for 1 day and not eating until a week later or 2 weeks later. Like, just make that make sense in your head. We're literally eating 3 times a day, and they literally catch like 1 meal and they won't eat until the next week.
Yeah, because
literally that, like, it doesn't make sense. It's just like, I feel like it's a marketing strategy that like the food companies and brands just came up with. Like, oh, you need breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, it's a train. I know it's a train because when I was eating, I've been eating like this since I fast 1 time. It was 1 year I fast. And I used to eat 3 times a day. Like, I need to eat something throughout the day overall. I just need to eat. But then once I fasted, this is what happened to me. I was only eating at 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock. As before, I couldn't eat after 6, and I couldn't eat before 6 o'clock p.m. So I couldn't eat before 6 o'clock a.m. I had to eat after 6 p.m. So what happened was, when I'm eating these like that, what happened after that, my body was trained to the point where, bro, we can't eat. I literally can't eat. Like, I be full. Like, I eat one little thing in the morning and I be full for the rest of the day because my body literally got trained. My body got trained and it got used to those things that then my body got used to that way of eating. Once my body got used to that way of eating, it's like now, bro, I could literally eat like some peanuts, bro, and I'd be full, bro. I'd be like, damn, I don't need to eat none of this for like another goddamn 6 hours. Like, But it's all about how they got your body trained. They have us when you're younger and you're eating like that. You like, well, I be hungry in the middle of the day. Just because you're hungry don't mean you need to eat.
We used to have birthdays.
Just because you,
we used to have birthdays and stuff at McDonald's.
yeah, for sure. Like
Everybody was raised on McDonald's.
yeah, for sure. Like just because you hungry doesn't mean you need to eat. Like sometimes we be too hungry, and that could go into business too. Like just because you're hungry and you feel like, oh, I need to do all these business. I need to do this business venture. I need to do this business venture. I need to make this much money. Just because you feel that way doesn't mean you need to. You don't need it. Just because you're hungry doesn't mean you need to eat. And that goes for the same for your body. Your body, just because your body is hungry, it's just going off a pattern that you've been giving it. You've been giving your body a pattern that you need to eat at 10 o'clock and then you need to eat again at 1 o'clock. You don't have to. Your body is just in that pattern. You won't die if you don't eat at that time. And that's the same way in business and in life overall, right? When you're just because you're hungry doesn't mean you need to eat, right? We may feel like, oh shit, I've been getting this money and I need to get this money. I need to get this, and I see my partner doing that and I see my partner doing that. So I need to do all this business. But no, you don't. What do you need? What is it that you need? I understand you want things, but what is it that you need? Just because you're hungry don't need you mean to eat. Don't fill your plate up to so much that you can't eat. Because sometimes we ask for too much on our plate and we can't even finish the plate. We can't even handle the plate that we've been given. So you need to make sure that you are knowing exactly what you can handle in the time that you can handle it. So you need to make sure that you're eating what you can eat.
Yeah, and it's sad to say, but like eating is really just having fun, honestly.
Facts.
Because like you literally don't need to eat, but the thought of you eating something like just excites you. Like, oh, I could get a 15-piece teriyaki with lemon pepper fries with ranch.
Should be good.
Like that's gonna turn me up. Oh, it's a 15-piece lemon pepper fry over there with ranch. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Or I could go get 3 Jamaican patties and eat the jerk chicken, curry chicken with some plantains and some cabbage. Like that literally like just stimulates your mind and just like turns you up just cause you think of that. You really don't need it. I promise you will make it to the next day, couple days, just off of what you ate already. But it's just like,
Yeah.
it's just a fun thing that stimulates your mind. Just how they say like, someone likes your picture on Instagram.
Stimulates.
It's a dopamine.
Literally, for real.
Like, okay, somebody just liked my picture. I'm picking up my phone. Oh my gosh, they just liked my picture. They just gave your mind a shot. So really, all this weight loss and eating healthy or just like being successful in life is really 80% mental. That's
Yes.
like most of the battle. But shoot, let's get into some topics. Man.
We
Like, what
ain't even
got to
get, that's crazy. We didn't get onto the topics yet. You said you had a question. You had somebody ask you a question, right?
Oh, ask me a question?
Yeah. What was that question they asked?
What they asked, Tay?
Said what?
They asked a question?
They asked you a question? What they asked
Oh, okay.
You
I
said
got
somebody
yeah, I got a
earlier,
question.
You said it came from what came
I
from?
got a question. So somebody was asking me, like, so let's say we all of the age, like people having kids and stuff. So we having like those adult thoughts.
Tell me
and
about it.
stuff. So
Tell
it's
me
like-
about it.
and a lot of people I communicate myself with, we're well off. We not living check to check. We got money. We can spend it. Cause I brag different. Cause I can spend it. You feel me? So like a lot of people are
Sometimes we
like,
give a check.
yeah. All right, but they're like, okay, should you put your kid in private school or should you put your kid in middle, like not public school. So private school versus middle school.
Damn.
And I have a take on this because I went to both.
My boy.
From when I went to private school. So all my life I was raised in, let's say, public school, 8th grade up to 8th grade. 9th grade, I think I tried to go to up to 8th grade I went to public school. 9th grade I went to play football at this public school. So I literally
Private?
went to I went to private school from like 9th grade to like halfway into my 11th grade year. So that's like shoot. So that's like 11th grade year. So that's like I played the football season, and then we're at December, and you know you get that little break. You get like 2-3 weeks off.
Yeah.
So after that break, I went back to public school. But the thing I noticed with private school is, like, it's not real life. Like, the private school I went to, it was a Christian school. It was a Christian private school. So basically, I was like specifically around like white people. The teachers were like uptight. They didn't let you get away with too much. I remember one time I got caught cheating on a test or something, and they thought I just like stabbed somebody in the classroom or something. They were like, "Oh my gosh." Like, they were just like so like they never seen it before or something.
Yeah.
I was like, it's cool. I'm gonna do my time, and hey, I got caught cheating on the test. I'll be straight. And they were just like, oh my gosh, like I just got in a fight or something. And I'm like, bro, it's cool. Like,
Yeah, you're a terrible person. But no, for real. So on this private and public school, I know you went to both. I ain't never been in private school, but just stuff I see,
different, bro.
I feel like you too sheltered most of the time. Like, Shamia said, "Shut up." By the way, she said, "Shut up, BJ."
she could hear us.
No, she just on that line.
Shut up with a laughing face.
No cap, but
Hold on, can I text her back? OMG, laughing my ass off. But no, with the private school, I'm gonna tell y'all one more thing before Mike go into it. Just think about what you're going to go into. You can think.
I got you. I'm thinking about it.
Okay, go ahead. So look,
I know what I was about to go
literally,
into, but go ahead.
So as soon as I went to this private school, fucking education, all that stuff, I was here to play football. So literally, like during that summer that I went down in 9th grade, it's me and my brother. My brother, mind you, he wasn't even playing football. He's just a black guy, pretty decent size, and he used to play football. They're looking at him like, oh my gosh, this guy's a stud. He could play football. So
Oh my gosh.
my brother was like, okay, I'll just play football again. So we're literally like just going from like tournament to tournament, playing 7-on-7. And like, let's say like a year later, I asked like one of my guys or something that's like in the same position as me. I asked them, I was like, what did y'all think like when I first came into the school? And they're literally like, shoot, when you came into the school, I was scared of you. Like, I was like, I was literally scared of you.
I don't think nobody's scared of BJ.
Anybody that like looks at me, I'm not like the typical like black person you would look at and be scared of. Like, it doesn't look like I come from the streets. It doesn't look like I don't talk like I come from the streets or nothing. So it's like literally like if you think if you're scared of me, bro, like you haven't seen anything. Like
for sure. And
what the hell is Quay doing on this?
man, I don't know what the hell Quay doing, but listen. So you going to so you went to private and you put public. All I went to was public school. That's all I went to. It felt like when I moved from the hood, from the cab, and I went over to Stockbridge, and I went to Austin Road. That shit felt like private school. That shit was not the real world to me. Like, Mr. Motherfucking Mindset, you know what it is, nigga. No cap, but we on live right now. If y'all know, I'm on live. So, so pretty much when I went over there, that felt like private school. So I only could imagine how it actually is going to actual private school. But I feel like you too sheltered when you go into private school. But at the same time, I feel like you learn so much more that they don't teach you in public school. Right?
I knew how to write that fucking essay. I promise you, I could write that. I could write an essay.
No cap.
Our English teacher was like top in the nation. Like I could like academics wise, I could write an essay. Like we was in there reading books every day, writing on topics about what we read that night. Like literally, like the education is gonna boost you.
Yeah.
But like the social life, the experience of like high school, you're gonna like leave that out.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like because when you're too sheltered, I feel like I was just talking to a guy the other day. I would tell you, you heard me talking to him, bro. I was telling him about his daughter. Like he was asking about his daughter and stuff, and I'm like, bro, did your daughter ever struggle? Like, did she ever go through, or did your daughter ever struggle? And he was like, nah, my daughter ain't never had to struggle, but my other kids did. You know, they went through some stuff. And I was like, how your other kids doing? They was like, they doing great. Okay, how your daughter doing? She trying to figure stuff out. The reason being is because you need that struggle. You need some type of tough environment to get you to that next level and get you to that hunger that you're looking for. So struggle is going to come whether you like it or not. It's going to come eventually. You just have to know exactly how to take on that struggle. So when you're going to private school where you're sheltered and stuff, you don't know how I feel to be bullied that much, right? I'm not saying they don't bully. I'm not saying they don't talk about people in private school, but they not joning your ass. They not telling you that I'm gonna talk about you two think about suicide. They're not telling you that, right? But when you go to public school, that's why I slick. I am for public school in a strong sense. But it shouldn't matter what school you sending your child to, because you should be teaching your child some stuff at home no matter what. So my child can go to private school because I'm going to teach them about that business and all that other stuff that they don't teach you in public school, in school period. I'm going to teach you that at home. So go to public school so you can understand how it is to be around other kids that's going through struggle, how it is to be around other kids that have problems at home as well. When you go into that private school, you usually around people that they all got something most of the time because they paying that tuition. But when you go to a private school, bro, you like, damn, I ain't even know people was living like this. Like, people struggling for real. I need you to understand that the world is real. I need my kid to understand that people are actually going through stuff out here. Like, just because you're not going through it doesn't mean that they're not going through it. Now, of course, I mean, if I'm famous as fuck, I'm big as fuck, of course, I'm not going to put my kid in public school because, I mean, that's just not smart. Like, that's dangerous, actually. So, therefore, of course, I would take my kid to that private school. But other than that, honestly, bro, I'm gonna be up. I know that, rich as fuck, but yeah, we just gotta claim it. That's what we're gonna be. But I would definitely send my kid to a public school because I feel like you need to understand what other people are going through. You need to understand what's going on the outside. And I want you to not just be sheltered. I need you to understand that there is struggle out here. And when you in public school, no matter where you at, if you on a rich side of town or you on a poor side of town, no matter where you at, somebody is going through some type of struggle. And I need them to realize that struggle is what you need. And struggle, not what you need, because some people don't gotta go struggle. You can learn from other people's struggles. So I want my kid to be able to learn from other people's struggles.
Yeah, so like when I was going to private school, it was like two like key points that like made me realize, oh, we're from like different worlds. So like one time it was probably like after football practice or like just like after school or something. We were probably like, we were eating at a restaurant or something. We were just eating like at a fast food place, just stopping there, and then we was gonna go home or just like go kick it at somebody's house. So literally, I'm the only black person with them, right?
Yeah.
So I don't even gotta tell y'all the other races I was with.
You ain't
So
got to.
I was the only black person with them. And literally everybody at the table, let's say it's like 4 or 5 people, everybody ordered some food and I'm sitting at the table. I didn't order no food. Cause obviously I don't have no money. I don't have no money on me, so I didn't order no food.
Damn.
So literally, the waitress takes everybody's order, and then I'm like, shoot, I'm good. I'm not gonna eat nothing. Woo, woo, woo. So they bring out the food to everybody else, and then the waitress like realized she like looking at me. She like looking at me, and she like, shoot, you want something? Like I'm gonna put it on the house type shit, like. She like, you want something? Like, I'll like just like get you something like off of me. And I'm like,
goodness,
shoot,
bro.
like, yeah, you could bring me out something like type of thing. But it literally was like everybody else at the table was eating, and I'm literally at the table, and I'm like watching them eat. Like I'm just like,
Damn.
like literally there. And then so that's one point. And then another point is what I hate, like I really like hated about going to private school is shoot. So y'all know that it be like those like memes or like stories. They like, okay, like you the last one to get picked up from practice or something. So I used to like hate. I used to only like probably like let like 1-2 people like take me home from school, right? So it was like one day my mom probably like at work or something, so I needed like a ride home from practice, or like I could just wait and be there like all day. So it was like one person, he was like taking me home from practice. Woo. So the street I stayed on, I was like living in Lawrenceville. It was called like King's Court or something. So he literally like driving me home, and I didn't like being picked up by nobody else but like my mom or like one of like my cool friends that like I mess with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That like know what really going on. So he like literally like it was like somebody different. He was like, yeah, I'll take you home. So he took me home, and like mind you, like the street I stay on is like called King's Court. So boom. So we in Lawrenceville, boom. He taking me home, and we pull up like on the street or something. So he just like looking at the neighborhood. Mind you, like I live in Gwinnett at the time. So like I'm staying in Lawrenceville. Like he looking at the street I'm on. He dead ass asked me, like I promise, like I put this on Jesus. Like he dead ass asked me. He's like, bruh, how do you afford to go to this school? Like he literally,
oh my goodness.
He literally like told me that like when he pulled up on the street, like the house that he was dropping you off on, like this the whole reason why I didn't like anybody taking me home but like my mom or like one of my like cool friends. He literally like pulled up at my house. He was like, bro, how do you like go to this school? And then like 5 seconds passed, and he like, oh my bad, I didn't mean to say that. I would like he was like, I'm sorry for saying that.
Damn.
Basically. So like that was like my whole thing. Like I really like stay at the practice, and I didn't like want nobody to take me home but like my mom or just like somebody like I was real cool with. But it just made me realize from like those two situations, like public school, the private school, we from two different worlds. Like they haven't seen one side of it, whereas I done seen both sides of it. Like growing up without like a certain amount of money or whatever, versus my coach invited me to his house, and we staying in a neighborhood where only millionaires stay, and they got a winery in the neighborhood and stuff. So like I done been on both sides. I done seen the public school, I done see the private school. But like if I was gonna put my kid in school just so he knows like a better understanding of like life in itself, I would put my kid in like public school for real. I wouldn't want my kid to go to like private school unless it was like my daughter or something. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. And that shit, that bro, I ain't gonna cap, bro. That's some hard shit to go through because we don't understand. Because we think about, oh, y'all in public school, but really, bro, the worst type of, so y'all think being poor is bad. Right, y'all think, and it's not fun. It's not good. Not having money is not fun. But the worst type of poor to be is middle class poor. That's the worst type of poor to be, because the middle class poor, their difference is so big. Like the difference is huge. So the middle class poor, it kind of puts you in a place where it's a weird place, because people expect you to have what they have, but I can't afford what you have, but I also live in the same place you live in, right? I'm also doing the same activity that you're doing, but I really can't afford it. So it's really hard, because people are always they're gonna look at you like you should be doing what I'm doing because you're not poor, but I can't do the things that you're doing because my family may not make as much money as your family. And that really puts you in a position where you really have to sit back and not go out with your friends that are middle class. Like you said, you're out with your friends. They might not be millionaires, but they're actually middle class, but you couldn't even eat with them.
I couldn't eat nothing. The waitress had to ask me like, do you want me to get you something?
For sure.
And I'm sitting at the table like, shoot.
And you can't even eat with them because it's like, bro, we're both middle class, but your middle class may be a little bit better they're definitely better than my middle class. The middle class gap is huge, guys. That we don't understand that, right? There's either poor, there's either wealthy or rich, or there's middle class. And that middle class range can range from anywhere from 80,000 to probably around 700, 500,000. That is middle class. You see how big that range is? You know how much more I can afford if I'm making $700,000 rather than making $100 or $200 or $70,000? that gap is huge. So it puts those people that are hanging around and they're in their middle class places, but they're also struggling at the same time. And I was the same way. You feel me? Like, I ain't never go to a private school, but I had friends where, you know, they family, you know, they get new shoes, they get new J's, they get all that stuff. But really, we're in the same position, but my family can't afford that. Because maybe your mom is making a little bit more money than me. You just like, damn, bro, you can't get, we're going to get new shoes. You ain't going to go camp with us? Nah, and that's embarrassing. And that really puts you into place. Now, a lot of people, the good thing about it is you was able to make that, put you in a better place. I feel like you had to go through that. You definitely had to go through that pain. You had to go through that struggle. You had to feel when you was in that position where you couldn't get nothing, because now you understand that I don't ever want my kid to have to go through that. You should actually want your kid to go to private school, because you're going to be like, shit, I know my kid going to be able to afford. My kid going to be that kid that get the food at the table.
Yeah.
And my kid going to be the one that bought, because you teach your kid, right? My kid going to be the one that be like, hey, I got your plate too. You feel me?
We going to Chick-fil-A after practice.
Like, for sure. Even the one that is on the team that may not have the much, that may be in the lower part of that middle class. But come on, let's go, bro. I know you saying you don't want to go because you don't want to go, but I understand you don't want to go because you ain't got no money to go. Because we all have done that before. We all have done that thing where we don't want to go somewhere where we really want to go, but we just be like, I don't want to go, instead of saying we can't go.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just be like, bro, you know, I don't want to go because I literally can't.
Yeah. And it was more stuff like that, like being at the private school. Like I said, I went to the private school to ultimately play football. Like, they literally told me, like, come to the school to play football. And like now to like where the school's at, they literally have the best head coach in their division. That's like he's literally the head coach for them, like the best head coach that was like coaching in that division. He literally moved schools and went there. And the year I went there was like the first year that they like experienced that, or had like some people come in like just to play football. But like another situation at the school was, they literally, I think they brought, because me and my older brother went there. So like when I was in 9th grade, he was a senior. So they literally brought him in the office, or I don't know if they brought him in the office, or it was like just like a rumor going around the school, like the coach of the football team was paying for like our phone bill or something. So it like got to a point, my dad like literally went up there and he was like, y'all don't think like a middle class working family could pay for my kid's phone bill? Like, he literally had to go up there and like say that, because all like the parents or like teachers or something, they like spreaded a rumor that they was paying our phone bill and stuff. But it just like all comes with like the culture and stuff. So like I understand, like they ain't never seen like that walk of life or been in that situation. So like if somebody that's just been in the suburbs all their life, or just had everything gave to them, if they pull up in my neighborhood or see what house I'm living at, it might be a shocker to them, like, oh shoot, he's selling dope at this house, this dude got a warrant out for his arrest at this house, and they drop me off at the house and they're like, you live here? Yeah, I live here. Like, what you mean? Yeah, like that's normal. Yeah, that's why. It's just a different world to them. So I didn't like blame them. You can't. Yeah. You can't blame them. Like that's why pretty much it's our responsibility to share our experiences. Like we have to share our experiences, right? We can't act like everything perfect all the time, because everything's not perfect all the time, right? We struggle. We go through shit, and that's just the way of life. And the reason that those people feel that way, because they don't understand that people go through things because their parents keep them away from that. Like my family not gonna worry about nothing. Like, yeah, we gonna have money. Yeah, we gonna have straight shit. But I'm gonna let my kid know, like, bro, there's people out here struggling for real, right? I'm gonna take my kid when I go out here and feed the homeless every month. I'm gonna go out there and take them and let them know, bro. You see this kid, bro? They ain't got nothing. That's why it's so important for us to tell our experiences, and we don't take that. We take that for granted. Like the fact that we have experiences, we be embarrassed of our experiences. Nah, put that experience out there. Put that experience. Let them folks know, like, bro, I struggled. Let them folks know, bro, before I got to where I'm at right now, bro, I ain't have shit. I was getting evicted for real. Like, you feel me? Let them know. Like, I'm dead ass telling y'all, like, when a dude from the public school, the private school, pulled up to my house, he was literally told me straight to my face, how do you afford to go to this school? Just off of looking at my house.
And you know what's crazy? You probably helped him out. He probably realized, bro, like, oh, this shit ain't all fair tier. Everybody ain't where I'm at. Everybody not.
He literally was like, my bad. I didn't mean to say that.
Like, yeah, he probably realized that, bruh. Damn, this crazy, because he probably never said that against nobody. He realized that I am blessed to be in the position I'm in, because most of those people are spoiled anyway, and they don't appreciate nothing that they got.
And I ain't gonna cap, like, in that neighborhood we lived in, like, it had some, like, real shit going on. Like, across the street, that dude, he sold, like, some dope or something, so he was selling weed or whatever he sell over there.
Yeah.
And then we had a neighbor, he was literally, like, he had to be, like, from Pakistan or something like that. Cause, like, literally, it was, like, one day I couldn't go to practice because his house was literally getting, like, swatted out. Like, I don't know what he said or what he did, but there was, like, literally, like, police, like, around the whole block. Mind you, I got practice in the morning. So I'm literally about to go to practice, and all I see is it's a police officer on my front porch with, like, an AK, boom.
Damn.
And it's, like, police officer all over the block because he said something like he gonna, like, blow something up or like,
damn,
shoot something up. So they done basically swatted his house, and he just, I don't know, he was, like, off of something. So
damn,
that just tell you, like, where I was at, like, where I was living, and, like, what I was going through, and why it was, like, so different from, like, somebody coming from, like, a country club to come into, like, that type of neighborhood. They never seen that before. So, like Mike was saying, that probably, like, helped them to see, like, the different walks of life. And like he said, he probably like won't never say nothing like that again, just off of, like, dealing with that situation.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you gotta embrace your story, bro. You gotta embrace it, bro. Like, bro, me, like, we all know the story, goddamn shit. I ain't even gotta tell you. I got the basic story, shit. Single family, single mother household. Shit, family went to prison, family's in trouble, blah, blah, shit like that.
I go pee real quick.
I got to piss too. All right, so basically, bro, you gotta embrace that story. Embrace what you went through. Embrace that pain. Embrace that, and then be able to show other people. Because the reason that people don't respect us and respect the things that you be through, respect the things that you've been through, is because they don't understand what you've been through. If people actually understood, and not so many people hid their stories, then they will understand what you've been through, and they will respect it a lot more, right? They want to see, and I'm talking about from a successful standpoint, because when you start being successful, at some point you start trying to hide exactly what you've been through. You start trying to hide who you really are and with the stuff that you actually had to go through. Don't hide that stuff, because the people that you are successful along with, that is successful, they may not have been through the things that you've been through. They may not have seen the struggles that you've seen. So you got to let them know, don't look down on that little black boy that's out there trying to get to the money, that's trying to make it happen. You can't look down on them, because that was once me. So you got to embrace that struggle, so you can make way for the ones that also going through the same path that you went through. So that's just what I feel like. BJ, what you feel like?
Man,
I feel like we've been here for a long time. That's what you're supposed to say. That's what you're supposed to say.
I was gonna let you do it. I ain't want to do it.
I was trying to throw it in.
I was like, do I talk about something else?
No. You're supposed to be like, shit, I feel like we've been for a long time. But we have been for a minute, bro. And pretty much, I know tonight, we talked about, we didn't get our topics. We did not touch our topics whatsoever.
We started from
just talked
how
about
we
health.
did this week and
how did this week. We talked about health, and then we start talking about public school versus private school, and talk about the things that we need to do to be able to show who we are on both sides, right? We can't always just be sheltering people and not showing them exactly what we go through. Of course, they hear about it, but they don't see it, so we can't hide that. But guys, thank y'all for watching again, right? Please go follow us on Instagram at _on-the-porch. We're going to start posting more this week. We're going to try to post something every day, right? Every day. So we can make sure that you guys get in this game. Please go, if you on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. And if you're not on other platforms, go over to the other platforms that are hosting us, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, whatever it is. Go over there and leave us 5 stars, and then please hit us up. Let us know what we need to do better. Let us know what we need to be trying to do better. And BJ, you gonna give him something?
Yeah.
Give him something, BJ. Go ahead.
So, shoot, for what I got for y'all this week in this February is, like, a lot of people like to be like goal oriented, and like to say, okay, the first of the year, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna get this car. I'm gonna make this amount of money. So it's like, okay, that sounds cool. You got these goals. But what you really need to focus on is the systems that you do in your everyday life. I'm talking like from like Monday to Friday, or even like 7 days out of the week. So it's like, it's easy to go say, I want to do this, and that. But it's like, you don't even have the systems in place to achieve those goals. So it's like, how are you really going to get those goals that you set for yourself? In what we typically do, set those goals for ourselves like on the first of the year. So it's like, pay attention more to the systems and like your everyday habits, more than saying, okay, this year I'm gonna make 100,000, or this year I'm gonna make 500,000, or this year I'm gonna make $1 million. But you're doing the same systems that you're doing that you only been getting 30,000 a year from. It doesn't make sense. So don't be so much goal oriented. Be more so like, I'm gonna change like my systems, my like productivity, and like my everyday habits. So that's what I got for y'all this week. Mike, what you got for?
Hey, what I got for y'all is failure. Failure pretty much is just the courage not to try. Failure is the courage not to try. What you mean by that, Mr. Mindset? What I mean by that is, I don't know if somebody asked me that. Somebody might ask me that. What I mean by that is failure is not, it's just the courage not to try. So failure is the courage not to try. All I'm saying is, if you keep trying, you won't fail. You can't fail. Because you keep trying at something, eventually some success gonna come out of it. So if you just don't have the courage to continue going through that hardship, going through that pain, going through that struggle so you can see the greatness on the other side, then of course you failed. But if you have the courage to continue trying, there's no way that you could fail, because eventually you're going to come out on the better side, because you continue trying more things. You're going to learn more things that's going to put you in a better place so you can succeed. So failure is just the courage, you just don't have the courage to try. Keep the courage, continue trying, and make sure that y'all go get my ebook and follow me on Instagram at _Mr.Mindset. Get my ebook. It is called The Perfect Mindset, 7 thought patterns that can take you from stress to success. Guys, go get that. It's going to change your life, guys. It's going to put you in a whole another level, whole better position that you are in right now. It's going to show you how you can get to that place of nothing but peace, happiness, growth, prosperity, and success. Sometimes we want to start stuff, but we don't know how to go out and be successful because we don't have the right mindset. Go get it. Link is in my bio. BJ, where we find you at?
Man, y'all don't even find me. Just find this damn podcast.
Find this damn podcast.
Y'all go follow us at _on_the_porch, man. All platforms. That's all I got to tell to y'all.
Come on, we out. I feel like the biggest, oh yeah. Bitch.
JT on the track again.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.